Everybody. So we've got a little situation here that I'm watching. I'm going to get out of the car and I'm going to try to go make contact with this woman who's been blasted all over Nextdoor for either living homeless and being stranded. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think this is a good situation. So this is raw contact, and I'm going to try to do it without putting her on camera. Hi, when you get a chance, can I talk to you? I'd like to talk to that young lady. Are you busy? Well, I'm just kind of curious to know what's going on and who's paying for this tow. I do direct street outreach with the homeless, and I saw that you've been blasted all over Nextdoor. And yeah.
Did you see who threw that? Did you see
who damaged your van? No. But somebody...
Do you think that's paint? What does that look like?
It might be some bird poop. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But I'm worried about you because you're a woman out here by yourself, right? Or not. You don't have to talk to me right now. I am recording, though, because I do have a YouTube channel for public awareness because I don't think what's going on here is okay.
Did you see, I guess you heard earlier? Or?
I saw it all over Nextdoor. And so the cops have been here, yes?
Yeah.
Did they threaten you?
I mean, they certainly said that I should just not upset him. I should, but I don't even know. I don't know.
For you, ma'am, if you want me to tow it, if you
Okay.
need to leave it, you're more than welcome to leave it.
Okay.
You want me out there, ma'am, you're more than welcome. If you need me to leave, I'm more than welcome to leave.
Are you paying for this tow?
Yeah, well, I mean, this next time.
You did? Well, that was really nice of you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Yeah, so he doesn't live there, does he? This gentleman? Is this gentleman helping you? Right, with this other gentleman.
No.
Okay.
I don't know those gentlemen. I think there was another car here earlier, if you remember that, but his buddy, I think, left. They skedaddled.
Yeah.
They got a
Okay.
You don't need me to tow you, ma'am. You still want
I don't want any more issues. They've already put whatever on my van.
Do you know where you're going?
I'm going to a gas station. I have a job at any time.
You do? Right on. So this is a consensual thing. When you're done here, I'm going to follow you wherever you're going, and I want to talk to you a little bit more if I can. Is that okay?
I feel like we're
No, listen. I just want to help. I want to make sure that you're safe because when people blast people on Nextdoor, like this guy has done to you and said that you're a single woman out here, that's dangerous. And I take that very, very serious. Okay? It's not a good thing, and I just want to help you. I'm going to get out of the way.
You did see earlier. I told you I wasn't making it up, but I think someone did. Does that look like paint?
Yeah, it kind of does. You have an animal in there as well? Okay. Okay.
Going to the corner of the jail and Havana.
Okay.
Look, our garage there.
Okay. I'm going to go there as well, and I'm going to come talk to you.
All right. Good.
Thank you for helping her. That was really nice that somebody came out here
It's
to...
Sunday, right? Watch football.
Well, I know, but that was really kind. This is how it should be, not this. Oh. Okay, so
We're just gonna tell him right on down. We're looking for like Forrest Gump right now. This is cool.
no, I
You've
just.
seen Forrest Gump, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the box of chocolates, whatever.
Did the
Mom
Denver Police Department offer you services?
No.
No?
Services for what?
Well, this guy posted on Nextdoor that the cops came out here.
Oh, you're talking about an actual website.
Nextdoor, the app.
Is that like?
So what it is, it's a neighborhood tattletale app where people get on there and post pictures of
My
things.
chihuahua, he's like, what's going
Aw.
on? Yeah.
Is he okay? Do you have enough water and stuff?
No, yeah, definitely. No, that gentleman, I mean, I
Yeah,
made
he
sure-
just came out of nowhere, huh?
I made sure that he has like 3 bags of dog food. So
Okay.
I spent my money on food for him. He comes
Okay.
first before me for sure.
All right.
Yeah, so he has all the food.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we're hooked up here or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Looks like.
Is he gonna ride with you? Or are you gonna ride with him?
I said, you're more than welcome to ride with her, ma'am, and if you guys just want to follow me till I come and go, that way you guys can talk or whatever you guys
Do you
So
feel?
to do the interview?
Yeah.
You could-
So, do you feel comfortable riding with me?
you?
That's my
You're the
car.
Nissan? That's
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
So we'll follow this guy.
You chose, okay, so that's like your top like car color. You're like a silver person. You don't want like. 'cause that other guy,
Well-
he had like the cherry red. And I was like, dude, you have a beautiful.
I like red too. Okay, so yeah, something's up here, and I'm not digging it.
Yeah, but this is your car. You didn't know
Aw.
why that guy was doing that.
Hey,
He
bub.
was shaking earlier.
Hi, yeah.
He was
So many
shaking.
strange people, huh?
You didn't know what was going on.
Aw.
I don't know. So that's like a website.
Nextdoor.
Watch.
Nextdoor, it's an app,
Okay.
and people go on there and they sign up for their neighborhood.
Okay.
Okay. This guy posted that he was a prisoner in his own home because you were out here, and that.
So unfortunately, I'm not able to get into neutral. That just means I'm not able to. It's not going to roll by itself. It's just going to basically stay in park the whole time. I have some skates for that. Put some skates right under it. But it's not going to look pretty. If you're still wanting me to do it, I'm more than welcome to do it. If not, then I can just give you your money back and then we can just.
It won't cause damage, right?
No.
I can
No.
put it into neutral.
Yeah. If you have a trick, then you. I just.
I have
Yeah.
tricks.
Okay.
I
She
say
has
yeah.
a
I
trick.
just don't know your car, just like you might know it.
Thank you for helping her out. Very kind of you. So, yeah, this guy right here even put his address on Nextdoor, on the Nextdoor app, and got on there and made a post that he's a prisoner in his own home because this single young lady, apparently, according to him, has been stranded here or whatever for 6 days, and he feels like his important packages and mail that's going to be delivered is going to get stolen. So instead of coming out here to have a conversation to find out what's going on, he decided to post her all over Nextdoor and blast her. And I've been following this post since this morning, and turns out he called the cops, according to him, and they came out here, even though he didn't ask them to. And supposedly the cops made contact with her and then went and told him that there were mental health issues and that she's refusing services. So here we are, another Sunday in America, middle class neighborhood. I don't know who the nice man was in the red truck, but he was here when I pulled up and he was talking to her. And he helped pay for the tow. I don't know how much this guy's charging for this tow. But when you start blasting people all over Nextdoor, this is an invitation to violence. And we see it all the time. Were you able to get it?
Yeah, I can.
So I'm not sure what her situation is, but her vehicle isn't running. I don't know if it's money. I don't know, but that gentleman in the red truck said it was going to a shop. Where'd he say, Ellie? Did you catch that? Havana? So this is Denver DPD District 3. We're still in District 3. This is the far east end of District 3. We're at about Hampton and Tamarack. And this asshole over here not only posts his own address on Nextdoor and tells the whole world that he's not going to be home and he's afraid that all of his stuff is going to get stolen, he doesn't bother to do anything to help her. So I don't know exactly if she's getting towed onto private property or what. Yeah, but it's not okay. It's just not. Honey, my name is Regan. What's your name? Regan. R-E-G-A-N. That's my first name. If you don't want to tell me.
I would say apparently a lot of people like that president. He was like people, whatever, outspoken.
That's Reagan. I'm Regan.
Regan. Yeah. Well, my name's Zaya.
Zaya. Nice to meet you. Have you been here for a few days?
I was on that side for a few days. I mean, what it is, my time is out outside time.
Okay.
And then after they're getting a gas or testing it, they're like, she can take off the head gas when she looks into the engine. They're telling you a price. They have to update me on the prices. If they have to take off the head gasket, get into the engine, that's obviously later. And they were swamped back up the cars to the max. So they're like,
yeah, it's
we don't even know if we could do it today. Anyway, whatever. So basically, the valve ended up bending in the engine, and that's like a really big deal. And then the piston is fired, and so then the whole engine just like was no good. But no, I just had a new radiator put in. I mean, it's obviously, as you see, there's no dents, there's no rust. It's great.
Yeah,
no,
really it looks like a good vehicle.
I don't know, 10 years in North Carolina, but it is something.
Yeah.
No, this was really supposed to happen, but yeah, it's happening. It's real.
Yeah, but I want you to know there's people that care. Okay? There are. And did the Denver Police Department offer you any services?
No.
No? No services at all. Because this guy said that they did and that you declined. They were here just a little bit ago, right?
Yeah, no, I called them for my protection.
You called them. Okay, yeah. I could see why, and they did nothing to help you or really protect you. They didn't tell this guy to not blast you all over Nextdoor because that's a little bit of a safety issue. So that's nice. I wonder if he informed them.
Something on my van. I mean, I don't know. I had to make sure that I walked, obviously, to try to get some sort of tow or something. I don't know. I wanted my chihuahua to be safe. He said he was going to call the police because I have a dog in my van. I'm like, yeah, but we're
it's not illegal to have an animal in your van.
It's shaded. We're on street parking. And I make sure that he has so much water. He has 3 bags of dog food I just bought.
Right.
He comes first. I mean, you know.
No, you come first.
Oh, but he's my baby.
That's good. I love that. I love that. But you and your safety come first. And I'm glad, I guess, that it worked out like this, but are you having this towed onto private property and do they know it's coming?
I have a buddy that's supposed to be meeting me out there.
Okay.
To stop their work schedule possibly.
Okay.
They have I have a tow strap, like they have a Jeep and everything, so they're gonna lug me. Because I have like an Amazon job and part of like, what is it, a part of like Aurora I'm supposed to go to.
What time do you have to go? Do you have work
today? I have to be there by Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, but before, I have to go to, like, what is it, orientation, and they have to, you know, whatever, stuff like that. So I have to get to another building.
Okay.
It's on Blackhawk Street. It's like a medical testing, you know, just standard, like, for jobs, like drug testing,
Sure.
whatever.
Right.
That sort of thing. And that has to be done for Tuesday. So that's why I've really been on it. Like, I have a lot of stuff to do, and this is important.
Yeah, this didn't help. This didn't help at all.
I the reason why I don't know if you noticed, but I was filming my van because the finance company, they said I don't have to, because obviously all this, I can't physically go through it. They said, okay, well you can do, you know, maybe you can send us something like the video. So I'm filming my van and showing them the exterior, and of course I'm going to show them the interior too and show them, hey, you know, what's the possible appraisal or whatever. And they're going to do it like that. So like I'm working with this finance company. I have this beautiful new van I'm going to get. I'm so excited. It's perfect. And they're here in Denver.
Oh, really?
These things. It's like they're in Hawaii.
Is that why you came here?
No. I was just doing like empty parts and like my engine gave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Denver?
Longer than I should have been.
Yeah.
Longer than I should have been. Denver is certainly not the place.
Did you come here for job opportunities or?
Well, I was doing Instacart.
Yeah.
Instacart, so that was cool.
Yeah. Do you have any family here at all? No. But you have friends? No family or friends?
No. I mean, no one really knows me here. I happen to have a buddy, and he said that, you know, well, you have to work out like the whole work thing. Is he about to? I'm sure he'll let us know.
Do you want to ride with me, or do you want to ask him if? I mean, I'll take you where this is going. Yeah, you absolutely can ride with me.
Okay, I just grabbed some water or whatever.
Is your pup okay in there? Probably. Okay. Yeah, we'll just follow him. Oh dear. Okay, here we go.
It must be like a roller coaster for him.
Yeah, I hope he's okay in there.
Well, I will say this is a little different. It's either one way or the other for certain. But trust me, stuff like that happens a lot. It just
Yeah, I don't like that for you, because you're not safe. I wonder if that man saw that post on Nextdoor as well, and that's why he came to help you.
How many other people do you think?
Oh, there's a lot of people commenting on that post. And
I don't want to end up like on the news. I don't want like a.
No, you're not going to be
anything, or I don't even.
You're not going to be on the news, but here's the post. I'll show you.
I don't even know that man. Look at this dog just running free.
Yeah, all over everybody's yard. I wonder if he's going to call the cops about that.
He said, "I'm a happy dog." Look at those spots. He said, "I'm a happy dog."
So here's the post.
Prison on my house. Homeless guy living. Well, that's not true. He moves his van every 3 days. Waiting for a package and a check. I'm afraid I may get ripped off. Porch burglar? He's a young guy with long black dreadlocks. He's currently in the van now.
This was yesterday. He posted this yesterday with your plates and everything. And the location. There's a map onto this as well, which shows his address. So he showed the whole world where you were. And here's the comments. And I've been following this since today.
Comments. Oh, I got a few comments.
Yeah, and most of it is people telling him, why don't you go help or leave her alone? So he obviously didn't even have the human decency to come out and find out that you're a single woman living out here before he blasted you all over Nextdoor.
Well, I know he wondered. I have this all live recorded too, because I was doing the appraisal. I'm videoing.
And honey, anytime the cops make contact with you here in Colorado, you need to record them. Okay?
Record who?
Please, the police.
The police?
When they make contact with you, you should always record your interactions with them.
Why?
It's important for transparency and to protect yourself, and it's your right. You have a right to record your actions with the police, your interactions with the police.
I thought that was like illegal.
It is absolutely not illegal. And the fact that they were out here and they left you here without trying to activate any services really pisses me off, because it's not okay.
Is it okay if I get your dog and bring it in? Is it okay if the dog rides in here?
Yeah.
Just because I can't really have it right in the back. I can load it with it. It's just.
Okay, well, I'll get him then, I guess.
Oh, this is not a good situation. Only in America on a Sunday afternoon, where this guy is sitting in his house, probably peeking through his blinds. Looking at the damage he's caused. I don't know who the gentleman was that showed up here and was sitting with her on the sidewalk when I showed up, but he's paying for the tow. She says she's starting a job at Amazon on Tuesday. She's got no family and friends. I don't know if she's comfortable probably right now not opening up, but this worries me tremendously.
He's like, what's going on? He's so curious.
He's a good cat.
His name is, this is Rufus.
Rufus?
Yeah.
You're a good boy.
He's
Yes,
11.
Oh.
He has no idea what's going on, but thanks, I guess, for letting me go and talk to him. But the police, they get upset when you record them, so it's like,
Well,
You don't
you know
wanna
what?
make them
That's too bad. And you need to let them know. I am recording you because it's my right. You record me on your body cam. I'm recording you with my phone. So, and the fact that they came out here and made contact with you.
Well, they spoke to, him, and I don't know if he said he was sorry or what. I don't know, but, I wanted to make sure that he wouldn't do anything else. Obviously, someone did throw something on my van.
Yeah, they're gonna, that's how they do that. They get people to harass you so you leave. This is very common in Denver. And that's why I came out here. Because I'm worried for your safety. The second that I saw him post on there that you were a woman, I came out here. I've been watching the post all day. But this is how people like to act. They like to post stuff on here and get others to go out and do the nefarious acts to harass you. And that was really a blessing that man showed up to help you. We don't ever really get to see that.
I just wanted my dog to be okay. Like I said, he comes first, so.
No, honey, you come first.
Well, look
You
at
do.
this
He's
face.
he's cute as can be. I love him already, but
Yeah, he's not the hippie chihuahua. He's just so sweet. Most people think he's a girl. They're like, he's so sweet. No, he's just a
I have
sweet boy.
I have a new chihuahua in my family too. That's her car seat back there.
Yeah, see?
And she's at home having a nap right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise she'd be with me.
Yeah.
But we were on a big walk.
I understand that. Now he's happy. He's like, what's going on? Oh, he's leaning up against me. Hey, honey.
So you do have a working phone.
I have to charge it though. I've been meaning to. I have to get this.
Do you have a cord? Do you want to charge it a little bit? Well, is it in your vehicle?
Yeah, I didn't bring the cord. Obviously, with the engine being gone, I can't run the battery to charge whatever.
Right.
No, I don't have it. That's with my other stuff. There. This is the most action he's gotten in a while.
Yeah.
He loves his head off window. I've been walking up and down here. I just got myself some groceries and some
Did
water.
you? Okay, good. Are you familiar with this area?
A little bit. I've been, I've walked, for the past, what is it? I think he said, what is it? I moved my van every 2 days.
6 days? Have you been in this area for 6 days? Is that true?
Yeah. I've been walking up and down here, and I managed to go to Walmart the other day and get us some water.
Did
But
you?
other than that, what is that? I mean, because you can't carry like 6-gallon jugs of water
No,
back
you
for
can't.
8, whatever. But I don't know. You find a shopping cart. I've been pushing in the shopping cart here and there.
Have you?
But other
This is
times I
Walmart
had to,
here, right?
yeah. But other times I had to go and fill up at like at a sink or something.
Right.
And you don't want to drink the sink water. I've learned that. You don't want to do that. This is good. If my buddy can't manage to make it out here
Mm-hmm.
and obviously hook us, I have the toast shop already, and then hook us,
Do you?
then, well, I don't know, maybe I'll ask somebody else if they can tell me, because I have to get to the DSP, the Amazon DSP, and that's
Where
still
that
about another
has
20 minutes away. But I was going to go to the Walmart. There's another Walmart there in the meantime, around there. And then I'll
Okay.
just walk like 30 minutes, to my shift or whatever.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at something.
So you're still, well, depending on where this place is, I think you're still in Denver.
Yeah, who knows, right? All these little...
But
Municipals.
this is bordering Aurora out here.
Well, that's good. That's
Well, I worry about you being in Aurora as well, but
I have heard things about Aurora, but it's
Yeah.
like, I've read things. And I've noticed a lot of people here, they're always like honking their horn, and they're like car crashes and stuff. And
we have
It's
some of
different.
the worst drivers and the worst roads in the whole nation.
well, the other officer, I mean, he said, what is it? It's like this is like the number 1 in like the nation or something like that.
For
or the
auto
third.
theft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto. And
Yeah.
minivans apparently are pretty popular. And I was like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
that's why when I came back and I saw someone did something to my van, because there's like some paint or something that wasn't there before. I made the video appraisal. What is it? I did the video appraisal for this financing company, and so
Okay.
yeah, someone splashed something in my van. So I'm like, I don't know if he was threatening to like take my dog away and stuff. I don't know. I don't want.
He was
anyone
threatening
to
to
hurt.
take your dog, huh?
I don't
Interesting.
want anyone to hurt my dog. So like I said, he comes first. Yeah, but I had to walk down and try to see what else I could do. Especially with all that aggression and like tension, I just.
Did you
I've been
record
trying to-
anything that guy was doing?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah, I did.
Would you want to show that to me?
Yeah,
I'd really like to see that.
I'm doing the video appraisal. What is it for this financing company? And he's yelling at me. Well, I don't know. I didn't know if maybe he was having his own conversation, but when he kept yelling, I'm like, oh, I guess he's talking to me.
When did he do that? Today?
Yeah,
Did you tell the police that?
I did.
And they did nothing about that?
No,
Interesting.
no. I'll just try to scrape that stuff off my van though, because they're going to do this appraisal, and I need it to be. I'm going to take some more snapshots and images and stuff like that for them.
So
Get that
they're
off
going to
my
drop it in the shopping center? I
Yeah.
would not put it right here.
You know you want the vehicle, man?
Oh, geez, sake. I mean, it is a gas station. Right here. Wow, this is something. Now we're in a new area, though.
Yeah,
is
and
good.
you are in Aurora. And I'm a
Oh.
little concerned. So,
I wonder what this place is. Well, it's going to be quite an adventure from here to, the DSP. Really, we're going to Amazon. Then I'll walk to the DSP. That's what I'll do.
honey, you're a long ways away from where you need to be. So,
Seems to be doing a good job. That's
yeah, I
good.
don't want him putting it on that property though. No, because no.
Is this like a business? Or what?
Over there.
He's doing a great job.
Well,
I don't
he
know
is
if
doing
you
a
can
good
see.
job.
No, you can see all
He's
this
a tow
stuff
truck
in the way.
driver, and he's
There's a lot of stuff in the way.
experienced in this.
That's cool that he can see.
Oh.
I'm sorry that, you know, I don't know that upset you or whatever.
No. What upsets me is what's going on to you right now. That's what upsets me. Because this really isn't. Because this really isn't fair to you. Thank you.
Family karaoke. But it was, what is it? Like a 10-minute video or something of, you know, whatever.
Do you have your phone with you?
Yeah, I do.
Can I
It's
see
getting
it?
low on battery though. So
Oh
that
yeah.
sucks.
Let's get your cord and plug it in here. And I'll leave my car running for you, okay? So you can charge it for a little bit. Because you need a phone.
Yeah. Now I already mapped out my journey. Every gas station and in every little, you know, I don't know, place maybe where I could be.
Do you have an address on that Blackhawk location that you need to go to?
Yeah, actually I do. This is a medical facility.
Because you have to go there to do your drug test, is that right?
Yeah, first, and then I'll do my I-9s, a bit of like my orientation.
At that same place?
Then I have to go to the station. That's where they'll give me like the station walkthrough and stuff. Oh, that's sweet. So I'll let him put that there. But you see, it's like a 10-minute video. It's almost 11 minutes.
Can I?
Yeah.
Is your phone almost dead though?
It's got less than, it's got about like 40-something percent.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get this on as soon as possible.
Okay.
First.
I just want to see the part where he's being aggressive with you.
I'm sorry. I think this kind of guy's gonna talk to. Sorry. Hang on, guys. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Huh? I'm sorry. I'm doing a video. What is it?
Living out of your freaking van in front of our house.
Wow.
And I've seen a glove cloth in there when no one else was in there.
I'm gonna let you know, sir. This is for a company right now. What I'm doing, I don't think this is very appropriate. But if you want to do this after, I have to film this for them. Do you want to do this after? Because they're not gonna accept this in the video. So I have to do this first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I have to edit all this out. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm sorry about this. I'm not sponsoring this. I don't know. Let's have a conversation later. So we asked for this. I need this video sent in. Of course they do. Of course. I'm trying to get the leaves off and make it look a little bit nicer. But it's unfortunate. I really should have used this.
I might, if you're comfortable, I would like to, Oh, here it goes. And now, so then he was trying to get my license plate, get me, because I was around. So I'm trying to get the leaves off, so he comes back. And then he had another man with him coming up to me as well. Very nice. Looks like this stuff. Yeah, that looks like that one. Looks like that. Wow. Forgot about that. Leaves off so that he goes to the back of my room. Forgot about this part. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of wondering, actually. what did he say he saw when he was first yelling at you?
This isn't the best. Like I'm living in my van and I have a dog in my van. So I can Where's the shop? Wow, I didn't think all this stuff in here that so now they feel it because I was him. The Legos, whatever. Sure. Not on file to do this with a
Let me see that guy.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this? You're not on file to do this with a company. That has nothing to do
What
with
an
this video.
asshole.
That's nothing to do with this video. I'm just letting you know, when they see this, they're gonna be like, why is this random guy doing this?
Wow.
What is your purpose doing this? What is your, yes, sir.
Wow.
Stuff like this does happen a lot. I guess this is your car? Had drinks thrown on me and stuff. Okay. I'm sorry guys about this. You guys will definitely send, some backup on the way as well. This is this guy's. So he's complaining now. I really don't care. This is his information. I'm so sorry about this.
Okay.
I told him politely, if you want to have a conversation, you can have a conversation.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a
good
great
night,
night.
man.
There you go. Okay. So,
Well, I wanted to get his information for whatever police and just make sure I've checked it myself so he couldn't.
No, I think that's
that
good.
I did stuff. I don't know, that I was on his property, and it's like I'm not. I need to make sure that you don't somehow say that I did something to you. I don't even know you, and I have nothing to do with you. It's just my van's parked on the side. It just we have nothing to do with you. I'm really about to have it towed. I just.
honey, I am glad that you called the police for help, because that looked not to be a good situation.
Yeah, unfortunately. I know. Easy it is.
Why don't you go get your cord, and we'll charge your phone a little bit. I'll hang out with you here for a little bit. You want to go get your cord?
Sweet boy. He's like, what's going on? Okay. I'm gonna put him up too. Can I have some more water?
Okay. Wow. Now she's in Aurora, in a shitty ass shopping center. This is why it's important for people to see what goes on. So for those of you that are concerned about me making money on YouTube, why don't you go ahead and drop a donation right now so we can get her somewhere safe. How does that sound? Does that sound like a good plan? Way to go, Denver PD, District 3. Nice job. Somebody needs to call District 3. And you know what? Sometimes I'm just speechless. This is one of those moments. Okay, she got her cord.
Oh, here's the cord.
Okay, yeah, plug that in, honey, so your phone charges while we sit here for a little bit.
So you do this stuff? Like, what is it? You write like a blog or something?
No,
or
I do direct street outreach with the homeless.
Oh, okay.
And so the goal is to help. And so when I see things that look contentious or when the police aren't doing things right, I show up.
You say right.
So you saved my card, right? Did you put my card in your pocket? Because I want you to
really
put,
windy day. Yeah, I sure did.
I want you to have my number.
Here it is.
Okay, good. So what I have going on right now, just so you know, I'm live streaming on YouTube.
Hello.
Here she is. She wants to say hi.
Hello.
So what goes on here is a lot of people that support my nonprofit come to watch what's going on in Denver. I work primarily west of here with a different population of those that live unhoused or homeless on the streets.
Thank you for my phone too.
Yeah, absolutely. I want you to have a charged phone. So when I saw that man was sitting with you when I pulled up, I started this live stream. I don't always live stream everything, and if you don't want people to know certain things, you tell me, and I can mute this and people won't hear it. But the majority of people that watch this channel are interested in understanding and helping. Okay? So it's nice to meet you. I'm sorry that you're meeting me, and let's see, there's 127 people in here watching right now. I'm sorry you're meeting us all under these circumstances, but I want to see what we can do, number one, to keep you safe, and number two, to connect you with where you need to be. So, I'm not sure what brought you out here, but you're obviously wanting to stay here because you've got this job. No,
I would very much like to go ahead and get this, what is it, like the pay every week, Amazon, one of the big boys. Obviously pay off for this grand, for this fan, it's like, what is it, like $5,500, something like that, which is really good. High top ceilings. The reason why I'm so into that is because I'm actually a van dweller. So here we go. Okay. Let's go down the list. So I built a shower in there. I have my stove. I have my guitar. I have my piano. Even my dog has a sleeping bag. His is -10. Mine's -20. I don't know what else. Like I said, I have my dual burner stove. I have my freezer, my fridge, and that's good as well.
okay.
All these lights. Too many lights, in fact, in there. Let's see. And I know you wouldn't know by looking at it. Anyway,
But there's a lot of people. I understand. The van life thing is very real. You're a long ways from home, honey. That's what concerns me.
Well, I came out here for the land. There's more BLM, like dispersed camping and stuff like that, just like open land out here. If you went that in North Carolina, you either have to go way like near like where the mountains are, which ironically I kind of know in the mountains anyway. I wanted to stay away because I'm like, I have like all this online stuff like I do. So that's unfortunate, but I wasn't as informed as I could have been. And I'm the kind of person, I'll research like 2 or 3 different types of systems and equipment and technology. And then I get like obsessive about like finding the absolute right and the best technology. So then I never end up doing anything. Like I was going to get a ventilation system. I was like, I don't want, and I don't need a giant max air fan. You know, the ones that like, it
Right.
allows, I don't need that. It turns out, yeah, I do need some sort of ventilation system.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are these little max air fans. Blah, 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 blah. So really the signal, I was like, should I get that Elon Musk Starlink thing? Turns out I've looked into that. You want to do proper investigation with that. It's not really the best because sometimes there'll be like, I don't know, like a leaf falling from the sky and oh, now you don't have internet. It's very sensitive because it's satellite based. Anyway, I'm not going to do Starlink. I'm going to do something else, and I'm very excited about this system. I have all this saved in like my tech for van life playlist. I have all these YouTube playlists and all these things, innovative little modifications.
But in the meantime, you're broke down.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to be really honest with you. I'm worried about your safety. This is not a good place to be as a single woman out on the streets, whether you're living in your van or trying to get to the grocery store, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Walking down the street, pushing a cart. It's just not safe, honey. So that's my first concern.
Well, this other guy at the auto shop, Kevin's Auto, he bought me some pepper spray.
Did
I
he?
never used pepper spray. You know, I mean, I hope I don't get myself in the eyes. Liz, SpongeBob, right? Somebody help me. Right, whatever. I remember that episode. I do.
Does your family know where you're at?
No.
Do you not want them to know where you're at?
No.
No.
It's not really a big deal. It's not really a big concern. Yeah.
Okay.
You know something really wild? I turned 24, obviously, in September, and I was at that laundromat, Coin Op, whatever, laundry, and my clothes caught on fire in the laundromat.
What?
Never happened
In the
before.
dryer?
Yeah. And I was trying to get, like, was it the official paperwork and stuff like that? I'm not making this up, like the official paperwork. Because even Google says, hey, the police come out here when the fire department comes out. The fire department definitely comes out here to put out the fire. So first the guy kept changing his story, but I decided to. They gave me money. They gave me like, what was it, $100 something, whatever, and they said,
The
hey,
laundromat
just keep quiet or whatever about this, because turns out that guy, he's like, well, it's like he's kind of like a refugee or something, so I don't really think he's supposed to.
You run in a
Yeah.
laundromat?
Yeah, I mean,
Did the cops come out there?
Not that I saw. No, and
Who
he
called
didn't.
the fire department?
Well, he said a customer did. He
Oh.
said, which made me wonder. Well, then where were you then? Because you're supposed to be here attending this, and I don't know. He kept changing his story. I was like, okay, so where's the incident report? Where's the something
Right.
report? Because the fires they don't just put out the fire, right? Like
Well,
Burr
here
said.
though, the fire department does just show up and put the fire out and leave.
Really?
Yeah.
What about a report or something?
Well, there probably should have been a police response with it, but that doesn't always happen, especially if no one's hurt. So that could possibly be true, especially in Denver, that the fire department just showed up, put the fire out, and left.
Well, that's gonna be helpful information in the future.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Things are kind of wild here. Probably not what you're used to. How long have you been here?
Used to the southern way of being some sandy cheeks.
How long
yeah.
have you been here?
Probably like a year or so now. A year and a few months. I've
Really?
been in Colorado longer than I should have been. I've just been doing Instacarts and that. I mean, none of this should have really happened. I guess it kind of probably should have. You know, the whole Forrest Gump thing, right? We're just all feathers floating in the wind, whatever. Maybe.
I love your independence. I really, really do. And I think it's great.
Well, really, that's just the autism. I really believe that, like, I have Asperger's. I really am pretty sure about that. So it's just like my childish SpongeBob-y referencing nature.
And I love and you should be able to live your life as you choose and be a free person. I agree with that.
Well, the only reason why I do this is really just to make sure that I do have, believe it or not, I know it sounds very backwards, but everything in this world is. Yeah, like, I make sure that I have like the best life possible. Yeah. That's why I do this. People, what? Especially because I'm black. I'm supposed to be someone's like baby mama. I'm supposed to be on crack or whatever. Like, I'm supposed to. Even that guy in the video later, you'll see like he was all this stuff he was saying and
Really.
whatever, but it's like I'm not on drugs. I don't have. If you want a sob story, if you want someone who was yelling at the jar of mayonnaise or whatever, like in Kroger, like, I'm not psychotic, I'm not on anything, I'm not a danger to you, I'm not going to start strangling you. Again, Thanos, I don't even know who you are, so sir, please, like, you're really about to make a bigger thing here that has to be, and unfortunately you're threatening with the police, and when the police get here, you know, it's gonna be this whole thing, because I understand the what do they call it, the stigmas and the prejudice, and then there's the color of my skin too. I've literally had people here in this state throw drinks on me. Again, I didn't know that guy either, so that was written up.
People throw drinks on you here?
That was in Boulder, but that was written up. I probably could still get on the phone with that officer and get the case number and everything.
So you were
for
in
that.
Boulder? How long were you in Boulder?
Oh man, again, longer than I should have been. I'd say about maybe, let's say 4 months. It was on and off. I would keep going back there to be around, you know, college people. I was in Lafayette, Louisville. I was in Broomfield, and those Marshall fires. I was right there doing Instacart. I was at the 600 Marshall, Road. This is the Costco right there. And the customer's like, hey, are you good to do delivery? I'm like, yeah, what are you talking about? I didn't know what they were talking about. And then a few minutes later, I had 2 more items. I had like some special cheese. This is Costco. They had like goat's cheese and everything, and blah, 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 blah. And I had like some milk, because I had 2 different people Instacart to like deliver to. I was so close, and I was so happy. It's like, I wasn't really feeling well, and I smelled like smoke, and I could see the ash. Anyway, long story short, well, you all know what happened. Well, yeah, turns out it was a big deal.
It was a big disaster.
It was like a video game. I'm like driving through, and there's like poles in the road and fire, and I'm like, well, this is real. No traffic direction. No one knew where to go. I didn't know who to call. Yeah. Well, obviously, I managed. I had like half a tank of gas, because I've been doing deliveries all day. You didn't expect something like that, but I managed to make it here in Denver, and then I went on to do other stuff in my life. Then honestly, it's
so your van has been running all of this time until just how long ago did it break down?
I'd say it was about a month ago.
A month ago?
Yeah.
So you've just kind of been towing it along here and there to move?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've managed to. What is it? Some other guy, he'd give me a tow, and he had a tow strap. His wasn't really that great. It was all dirty and falling apart. And another gentleman, he had a tow strap, and that's the one that, Exhibit A. It's right in there. It's brand new.
Okay.
It's all nice and thick.
Okay.
No rust. It's great. Little hooks on it. Yeah.
Do you have that address of where you're supposed to be on Tuesday? Can you just show it to me so I can take a look? Because you're pretty far.
Let's see. I wrote everything down in my notes. Let's see. It's called Whiz Quiz. I know, wacky name. That's the name of the place, Whiz Quiz.
Okay, let me check it out.
But I literally filled out, I don't know, like 65 job applications, like as of recently.
And you just need to go through these last steps to get those jobs secured with Amazon. Is this through
do my I-9s
Amazon
and stuff? Yeah, it's 2 deliveries. So it's like, what is it, like a subset of Amazon?
But
yeah.
do they have a vehicle for you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Giant transit vans. I'm gonna be driving
Okay.
those. That'll be interesting. Which that was good.
Okay, I found it. Let me manage real
Yeah.
quick.
What a name. Wow, look at all you strangers looking at me. That's really something.
We care immensely, and some people want to make sure that you're safe. So I want to talk about that with
That's
you
kind of
next.
interesting. I mean, so that guy's like made like what 3 or 4 posts or something already. That's kind of interesting. I mean,
Well, he made one post on
kind
Nextdoor, but then proceeded to make comments under it about what he was doing, and so yeah.
Well,
Actually, you're only a couple miles away.
yeah, right. So I mean, I was really like locked in. I mean, what is it, Ratatouille? Let's do this thing, right? Like Guini starts yelling.
Right.
Let's do right. You know the movie, yeah. I mean, let's do it. I mapped my whole trip. If someone can't tow me there, then I found another substitute place. I have like a whole note scrolling worth of just places that maybe they could tow me here, tow me 2 minutes there if they're not willing to tow me for 4 minutes. Which actually, great thing, if you look, it's pretty much a straight shot from where it is that I have to go, so that's great. Especially when I were to get, like, I think I'd be like on the highway for a little bit to get to the DSP.
Well, it wants,
or the Walmart place.
It's a little bit longer to not get on the highway. So this friend that you have that might come to you, do you know if that's gonna happen or not?
Well, I mean, it was a last minute thing. They have their work. I mean, I wouldn't really bet on it, but that's why, of course, I have like the tow strap and everything. And if it's not him, then maybe someone else will.
Yeah,
They'll
but
have a
I don't
truck.
like you getting random people to help you out here is not a good idea. It's just, honey, it's just not. I mean, I know you've been independent and you've made it this far, but this time your van is broken down. That makes you more vulnerable. Would you agree or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm worried about your safety. And you are not in a good part of town. You're not. So.
Well, I'm glad it's not as warm as it has been, although I did enjoy those last few like little summer days. It was like 78 and sunny and 74 but it's going to be a lot chillier, which is good for
our nights are getting cold, and the weather's supposed to turn wicked tonight in the mountains. You see the storm blowing in. So I mean, you've been here for a winter, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've been in Colorado longer than I should have been. I was like,
well, honey, where do you want to go if you don't want to be here? What's your goal?
That is a good question. I really don't know. I want to go somewhere warmer.
Yeah.
Now, since I'm on the west, there's still a lot of BLM land, which is good. I mean,
Honey, but let me be honest with you about BLM land here.
yes.
It's a no-go. BLM land here in Colorado is way up high in our mountains. I mean, high. And we have some BLM land down south that some van dwellers live at, and they are harassed constantly. This state is so overpopulated, and we have so much authority and enforcement, and we have such a homeless problem in our cities that they target you. You might be just fine in your van, taking care of yourself and minding your business, but that's not what government here in Colorado thinks about you and other people like that guy you just got to experience. So
you think they think I'm on drugs or something?
Everybody thinks anybody that lives in a vehicle or is homeless is a drug addict. That's everybody's go-to. I know better.
I'm not.
That's why I'm out here. I know you're not dangerous. I put you in my car. It took me 10 minutes to figure out that you're not a drug addict and that you're not dangerous.
I didn't even yell at him. I was like, sir, like, why are you doing this?
I know. But this is our state, honey, and it's not a great place to be. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a native here. I want out of here. I do not like this state anymore. I was born and raised here. It is not what it used to be. And all those advertisements and all that research that you do, they make it look so pretty and so inviting.
Yeah.
Look at our roads. Look how people drive. Look how people treat you. This was lucky today. Me and that gentleman that showed up. That doesn't happen. That's incredibly rare here. Our government uses so much force on people that everybody else sees that and they replicate that.
Force?
Yeah, force. Like steal your vehicle, tow your vehicle because you don't have current plates or tags or insurance or whatever. We are very, very aggressive here.
When do you think all that changed? Where's it coming from?
All of that changed probably in the last 5 years. For the worse. Yeah, things got horrible during COVID here. I mean, absolutely horrible.
5 years.
Yeah. Colorado didn't used to be like this. People will say it's because we legalized weed and there was this huge influx to the state.
That's what Google said that this was the place to be, right? I mean, Boulder, it's
Google tells all you young people this is the place to be. But look at the job opportunities. Look at transportation. Look at the cost of housing. Even if you didn't want to live in this van, a single person cannot afford to live on their own.
I just saw that commercial the other day. It's like, what is it? We're first medical responders, but like we can't afford to live here.
Yeah, they want us to pass a tax increase to pay for other people's housing when that's not exactly what they're doing. Our government says more taxes will take care of people. They lie. They lie. More taxes pay more government. That's how that works.
I guess that's kind of like those cancer commercials, right? Like I noticed when I was younger, it's like you hear the same commercial, give money for cancer. And I was like, either the money isn't going where they say it's going, money isn't the thing to solve it, you know, or something else. But it's like since I was a wee little thing, my legs can even touch like the bottom of the car, the first car, the Kia Optima I would end up getting. I've been hearing those commercials and it's, I don't know, they're still being played. So I don't know. I thank you for telling me, because like I Google it said that this was, the humidity was certainly better. I was in Mexico and I looked like a cookie. I looked like SpongeBob's mom or something. I was breaking out and I was like, oh my God. So I got out of there, and New Mexico is really
New Mexico's another interesting place.
Yeah.
That I don't
recommend. Very poverty driven place. It wasn't. I went through Albuquerque just so I can go to some college people. People like me.
So you like the college cities and you like to see the nightlife and stuff, right? That's how, you travel in the country. You want to experience all that.
Well, places like Lafayette and Broomfield, I mean, just, there aren't. And I asked around, where are people like us? Where are young people? And they're like, they're not there. You have to go all the way over here, or I don't know. Yeah, but every once in a while, I want to come across people who are my age, so I would go to this place and go to that place.
That's cool. I mean, I think that's great. I love the networking piece of that, but kind of where you've ended up is of concern. It just is, honey. So,
I just bought some TV dinners.
did you?
I still have some propane.
How are you
That's
keeping
good.
your food cold if you don't have an engine to run your fridge and all that?
That is a good question. How I'm keeping it cold is the fact that it is not
cold.
as hot as it was, which is good.
Do you have a cooler?
Something like that. Yeah, it's electric. You plug it in. It's whatever. It's like a freezer. You can get down to like -4. It's a great brand. Set Power. Yeah, it's a great brand.
Honey, somebody's worried about you. Somebody that's very close to you and loves you is worried about you. Do they know where you're at?
No.
And you don't think that's important?
It crosses my mind. In fact, I just had a dream about like my siblings last night. If you've seen that, well, I know people bag on him a lot, but Adam Sandler. Click, that movie, Adam Sandler. I don't want that to be my reality. I don't want to get back to my siblings and, Samantha, her hair has grown so long and I miss these stages and all these things. Some Fleetwood Mac, the landslide brought me down. I don't want that. But it's just not a healthy place to be, that place.
But you would agree that you have family that's worried about you, right?
Not in the way they should be. There would just be more collateral.
You don't. Where are your guardians or your mom and dad?
Mom, I'm a rape baby. So my mom was raped at a con, so I don't know my biological dad. I just have his last name in his ears, apparently. Not a stepfather, but he was a pretty scary guy, if you know what I mean.
Were you and your mom close?
Actually, yeah. It was a lot like Matilda and Miss Honey at one point.
So she's worried about you.
In her way, if you've seen like Malcolm in the Middle, she can kind of be like Lois in a sense.
When's the last time you talked to her?
In June of 2020.
Does she know you're in Colorado?
No.
Why don't you want her to know?
That is a good question. I feel like I'm in Good Will Hunting. These are really great questions. I thought about that too.
Maybe you just haven't had anybody to talk to for the last year.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't. So that pandemic was no issue for me. It was no issue. Well, I thought about that. Why don't I message her? It's her birthday again. Why don't I message her? It's
When was
my
her
little
birthday?
sister's birthday. It's the 1st of July. My sister's is the 7th.
How old
Can
are
you
your
believe
siblings?
that? I don't even know how old they are anymore. It's been a
Younger,
while.
older?
They're much older. Well, they're much younger than I am. Maybe like
Some are minors, some are still.
Yeah, definitely
home?
not even preteen.
Oh.
Maybe like what, 8, 5
wow.
at this point.
You're the oldest?
7 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, and I was looking forward to it too. It's like Sweet Life Zach and Cody. But it's better. I can drive. Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. Let's stay up all night and let's let's rent go-karts and let's. That would have been great to spend my money on versus because I have pictures of myself helicopter rides and then horseback riding all this the jet ski. It's good. I did bring
Do you
my
have
phone.
that stuff in your van? Do you have
Oh
pictures
yeah, hanging up. But you know what? I found I had all this money and I had no one to share it with. So to be honest, I'll tell you, I'm
Are you
afraid.
good on money? Are you good on money?
I will be again. I really do believe that.
Do you have money to eat right now?
No. But I'm working on it. I mean, it's only a matter of time. I mean, even this other random guy I came across, he said, well, you can collect pallets, and he said that's,
Not
that's
with your van, you can't.
well, yeah, no, not right now, but this new van I'm gonna get, it's the kind of van, it's almost like they transport, like, the elderly. It has like little robotic, like little ladder and stuff like that. It's you've seen them probably transport people, old folks home type stuff, so that's good. Really nice high ceilings. I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of like every van dweller's dream, so that's cool.
Well, here's what I want to do first and foremost. Does your pup have a window cracked in there? Can you crack a window or no? I guess you can't, can you?
The windows are cracked, actually. I know that the rain guards, whatever, kind of don't
gotcha.
show, and it's tinted, but
I just want to make sure he's got access to water, right?
oh yeah,
Or did it
Plenty of-
spill? Did it spill in there? I have water and a bowl. Do you want to make sure he's got water?
let's definitely do that.
Yeah.
I don't think about that. It probably stalled.
Here, I want you to take that for him.
Oh, money thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever it's hot, but it's gonna be pretty cold here again, you said.
Yeah, it's gonna get chilly tonight.
I'm certainly in a better spot. That's for sure.
Okay, so
I didn't mean to scare those neighbors. I didn't mean to.
Honey, you didn't scare them. Does this lock?
Yes.
Is it locked now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's drive the area. Okay. I want
I hope something's in walking distance. Good thing I have my sneakers. I have Vans, but you don't want to walk in those. It's all hard.
Okay. How often do you get a motel for yourself?
Oh, I haven't done that since 2020. I was just
really?
messing around. And just
Do
to
you
kind of be
have-
normal again.
Do you have warm gear in there?
Yeah, I have a negative 20 sleeping bag.
Oh,
I
that's
have
right, you told me.
way too many blankets too. I just bought some more at this Goodwill place. Whatever. I
So how long has it been since you've had income?
I'd say about a good. I just recently too. I got a job at the Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Over there too, as an overnight stopper person.
Yeah.
However, someone called because my dog was in there, obviously. So it became.
Your dog was where? In the vehicle?
Yeah. It became a thing, and they didn't know if. It seems like animal abuse. They don't know whose dog this is, but
Whole Foods?
Yeah, I mean, I worked there overnight.
Which one?
The one, what is it? Whole Foods off of Hampton Avenue, 7400 Hampton Avenue.
Right there on Hampton. So that's why you were in the area.
Yeah. So obviously, I was parked there, and what is it? In the employee parking, and that's obviously what you do because I overnight there. I'm going to be there anyway in a few hours for my shift. But
wait a minute. So you still have that job?
No.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought you were talking right now. You had to be there in a few hours.
That was the latest income that I had.
And how long has that been?
It's been about maybe 2 weeks at this point.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean they certainly couldn't have me just there. I mean I certainly tried to be there as long as possible.
So did they fire you?
I'm suspended right now. They can't technically fire me for that, but they're certainly trying to.
You're suspended from working at Whole Foods because you have an animal?
Because I'm basically, some hobo person, whatever, in their parking lot.
What did they tell you?
It's very inappropriate, basically, that I've been there, and
that's what they told you, that it's inappropriate.
And then also it takes away from their parking lot. I mean, there is a lot of parking there, but I got an AMCAP. That's the people who the property manager. I called him. I got a ticket. Basically, they said they're gonna have to give me a fine or they have to tow my vehicle. I said I work here. Whatever.
Wow. Whole Foods over on Hampton, huh? Wow. Interesting. So they're making sure you can't work. Did anybody at your job offer any help or assistance with any of that?
They gave me a tip line card, like an employee tip line, but that's usually like dental things or whatever, and it's like, well, that's nice, but I would. It's not like I'm in poverty or starving. It's not like I'm,
Well, you are now because you don't have any income.
Well, yeah.
So
it's unfortunate. I really did try to hold on to that place as long as possible. It's a giant parking lot, but it apparently is a big deal. This is a kind of desolate place. They have some carpet there.
Well,
I don't recognize any of this stuff. What is that? There's a sauna. That's not really Japanese. I guess you've been around this area. You know this.
I'm familiar with this area. I don't know it that well to know where there's a grocery store or resources for you. But this is Aurora. You are in Aurora.
Well, that's good. I mean, if I could walk somewhere.
It's really not good.
If I could walk somewhere. Oh, I haven't seen a Lowe's in forever.
Alright, so here's a Safeway, but that's a good close to 2 miles away. So, do you need to get some things right now at Safeway?
Maybe if they have some TV dinners. I have to make sure the ones that I have, obviously,
honey,
that
how are
they're
you
not just
cooking?
heated.
How are you cooking TV dinners?
I have a 2-burner stove, a Coleman stove. I have to make sure that it stays, thawed out enough though in the meantime, because you don't want to, I've done that before. I forgot to plug in my freezer. But I can't really do that anymore anyway.
So you don't go to this appointment until Tuesday, huh?
That's when I'm supposed to, I'm supposed to have the official drug company test. But then at 11, they open at 9. on Tuesday. Then 11, I'm scheduled for my actual walkthrough of like the station and get my vest and stuff like that. Hands-on, so I can start driving. I have to go through the video training and stuff
Right.
too. So that's gonna be nice. And I told this finance company if there's any way, the perfect van, and they're here in Denver, if maybe I could pay some money down to hold it for a while, but they don't.
To
really
hold
do-
what?
To hold the van for me. Maybe I could put some money down to hold it, which good thing Amazon, and I pay every week, so I'll just give my checks to them. And then I was doing they said, oh, we saw on your, because I did a credit application, which didn't go through because the banks won't allow them to finance their van because it's in $19.99.
So is that why you're taking a video of your van?
Yeah,
Because
it's
you're
for the
trying to
appraisal.
trade that in and get a new van?
The video, what is it?
Do you
The
have
car
good
appraisal.
credit?
I'd say so. It's like $650 something,
Okay.
which is really good.
Okay.
Considering how a few years ago I was 17 in my first place, I didn't even know it.
Yeah, it's hard to build your credit, and you're young.
I didn't even think that was a big deal, but apparently it is. You want to get a hairbrush? Here you go. That's how it is. Yeah, but I've certainly come a long way for sure, and that's good.
Well, what I want to ask you, if I took you to a motel where I know you could stay with your dog,
I should have bought that crate for him.
would you be
Should've
willing
bought
to
him.
do that?
Well,
We'd have to leave your van where it's at, and we'd be going.
what if he stayed in the van? Well, no, you said an area like this. I mean,
I want this motel. I have a relationship with them. The problem with getting places for people is if you have pets, it's a no-go. Or it's a hefty deposit and the rooms are way more expensive. But I'd be willing to put you in a room until Tuesday. And then I'd like possibly Wednesday, because I'd like to be able to take you to that appointment on Tuesday.
wow.
Is
Well,
that
it
something?
certainly changes things.
Does it change for the better, or does that throw you off?
Man, the car horns already in the background. Good gracious, you weren't lying when you talked about the traffic.
Yeah, the traffic is hideous. So,
What about that? Well, maybe I could get someone to. I don't want anyone to do anything to my van.
the problem is I don't have
I
anywhere.
could get someone. Well, maybe if I ask it. Well, no.
Well, no, we're not going to ask random strangers to do
Seems like a
us any
nice trailer.
favors out here, because one,
This other lady told me to be careful because apparently there's like sex trafficking. or
yeah, there's a
something.
lot of sex trafficking in this state. A lot.
Why? Why is that?
Um,
And she told me to be careful. She saw some random guy come up to me and he was like, "Oh, you're beautiful." Okay, whatever.
yeah, you
And
are.
she came
You're
over
very
and
pretty.
she said that I have to be careful because, there's been.
But if you went to this motel that I want to put you at, it's not the greatest. But it's very, very close to me. And so I'm right there in close proximity with you. But it's a ways from here.
Ways from here?
Yeah, it's a little ways from here. It's about 20 minutes that way.
Man, those are the days where I could say that, or I could
What do you
just
mean?
drive and it's been a good few days just to have me get 30 minutes walking to Walmart here, 20 minutes walking to the King Supers in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
I
I
miss
don't
the
want you
days of
walking
driving.
anywhere out here.
I miss the days of
I just-
driving. I really do.
I can't force you
I
to
just
do
bought
anything.
insurance and everything, and it's like, oh.
Well, honey, you got to work through some of that eventually, but for the immediate, will you go to this motel? It's not the nicest. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a shower. It's a bed, TV. There's not,
I can charge my phone.
yeah, you can charge your phone.
and I have an emergency. It's actually a battery starter, but you can. It's a NOCO GB40. That would be great. I could charge that too, just in case of an emergency. Charge my laptop. I'll certainly.
Will you go to this motel?
I'll certainly consider it. What should I do about my van though?
Well, I think for right now, we lock it up, and we'll find out who the owner of that shopping center is, and we'll try to contact them so it doesn't get towed.
I hope they have cameras there.
Well, that's why I didn't want it in the Maverick parking lot, because they would not hesitate to tow it out of there. But the rest of that is pretty vacant in there. So I think it'll at least be safe for a couple days. Now, could it get broken into or stolen? Absolutely. But
I like your honesty on that. You're like,
I'm going to be honest with you.
Flip a coin.
Because
there it is.
Things are horrible when it comes to vehicles. But it's a pretty busy shopping center. So somebody'd be pretty brazen. And there are cameras all over that Maverick as well. But I don't know. If you have insurance on it and it gets stolen, I mean, do you have full coverage?
Body and collision?
That's liability only. So
I had to, update my insurance. Insurance right now.
So, yeah, I don't know. What are you thinking?
Well, this motel thing certainly would be an adventure. It would be.
It's not in the best part of town, but you're safe there. And I'm very close. So
I was on my way. I was going to have my van, someone lug it to Walmart. There's a Walmart. And
yeah, but let
is
me
like
tell you,
minutes.
the Walmarts have been very, very aggressive. All of the local Walmarts, because we have a population of folks living in their RVs and stuff, and
I read about that. They leave trash or something.
Well, some of them are their own worst enemy because they trash places, and that's not cool. But everybody gets lumped into that, so everybody gets punished. So,
oh yeah,
and that would be you if you were in a Walmart parking lot, and the cops would likely show up. I just want you to be safe. And today has been one big gamut of you being less safe by the hour. So, it's unfortunate that those people over there in that neighborhood were so shitty. I just we can work on trying to move your van, but for now,
maybe if I bring it to the Home Depot, do you think that would be, and I could leave it there overnight? Either way, I'd be walking.
What Home Depot, honey? There's no.
There's a Home Depot near that Walmart.
How are we gonna move it?
Well, originally I was gonna have somebody lug me, a little bit, day by day. As many people as possible, whatever it is that they can do.
But you don't particularly know anyone.
No.
Yeah, so let's scratch that idea. Yeah. And I can't do anything today.
Scratch that idea. I love that.
Yeah, not a good idea out here.
Well, definitely as long as I get to my meeting, I
Well,
for
you
this
would be.
job. Yeah,
You would be
yeah.
where you need to be, and I could take you there.
Yeah.
So, there's a couple hotel options. We'll stop by another one that I have a relationship with because I think I can get you a weekly rate over there. It's about $500.
Weekly rate.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, we have some that do weekly rates here. So, but if you have the potential to get a job and you are this close, you need help, honey. So consider that, okay? Because I'm willing to get you where you need to go to secure this job.
I could really make it to my orientation day?
Honey, I will take you there on Tuesday. What time do you have to be there?
11 a.m. Tuesday.
11?
But I have to get to this drug. They have to, do the drug thing obviously before it is.
So you have to be to 2 locations on Tuesday?
I could even, I was planning on being there by tomorrow because today's Sunday and obviously they open tomorrow at 9 a.m. Monday.
Okay, and then, but you definitely have to be somewhere on Tuesday at what time?
At the station, at 11 a.m.
But you have to have the drug test done prior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which they already gave me a voucher for that. It's just.
Are there other locations we can go to besides that one you gave me? So we don't have to come all the way back out here to Aurora? Because I could do that with you tomorrow.
You know, it's interesting what you say there. Yeah, she did. She sent me a list of.
Good.
See.
I'm sure there's other locations we can go to.
Okay, let's see here. All these emails.
Thank you. Oh, I've already got friends texting me that they can help with rides. I have a friend that lives out here in Aurora that, so we'll get that all figured out, but for tomorrow I can.
Here we go. Let's pull this up. Well, this is a list she sent me. There we go. True deliveries. There you go.
Folder, Aurora. Oh yeah, we can go to this one in Lakewood. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And that's actually not all that far from this hotel that I might put you in.
Well, ma'am, thank you so much. I mean, what do you think I should bring? I guess, you know, we're gonna have to do this hotel. What do you think I should? What do you think I should bring with me?
Your clothes, all of your hygiene, your dog, his food, okay, and whatever groceries you have.
Yeah,
get those.
Thought out. I know.
But listen,
I got like 2 of them.
There's a Walmart right down the street from the motel that I'd like to put you in, so we can go get you groceries, and then I can help you secure this job, and then we can just work on things a little at a time. But your safety's first, not your van. Okay?
I'm worried about my dog.
Well,
Apparently
your dog's going to be with you.
Apparently
oh, I
steal
know.
Dogs.
They
That's
steal
what the
everything
officer
out
said.
here. All right. Well, let's go back. So, do we agree? That's what we're going to do? You're going to pack your immediates, bring the dog, and we'll go get a motel. All right.
Ma'am.
All right. Let's do that. And then we will work the rest out. Well, that was nice. nice of the neighbor guy to pay for the tow to take you to a parking lot. Now I'm not so.
Well, I just thank you that for once, because I'm autistic, I end up sometimes, most of the time, unfortunately, also like making someone upset when I don't mean to. Like in that video, I don't know what I did to make them upset, but it's like I just, you know, just thank you. It's nice. I've been actually able to have a conversation with you and you're not just yelling at me or threatening me. So thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And that's how we should interact with each other. Not the way the guy interacted with you. And I am going to be following up with the police department about that. So, because I am not happy with that, honey, and I mean it. I cannot say this enough. When you have police interaction anywhere, but especially here, you must record it. You must. And I want you to feel comfortable doing that because it's your right.
But they get upset.
I don't care if they get upset. They don't get to get upset. And if they get upset, let them get upset.
What if they hurt me?
What if they hurt you?
I have
Yeah,
a
it's a good
chihuahua.
question.
I don't want, you know, him to be left alone and, you know. And
Well, you know what? Here, from here on out, you got me, okay? So that's how that's going to work.
I made a promise to my dog that I'd stay with him until he goes, you know? I've never had
How
that
long have you
before.
had him?
Since I was 12.
You've had that dog since you were 12, huh?
My best friend, he literally could fit in the size of your hand, you know?
Yeah.
He's my best
Sweet.
friend.
Well, you take good care of him, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a leash for him?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you get all that.
But you should see him in front of a squirrel. I mean, he's already like a puppy.
He loves
just,
squirrels, huh?
Yeah. But he's my best friend.
It's good to have a best friend. It's unconditional love. That's
He
what
comes
that's all
first.
about.
That's why I bought him. There's 3 bags of dog food.
No, honey, you come first.
He has plenty for him.
I love that you take good care of your dog, but you come first.
Well, I bought some little spaghetti TV dinners, and I have a little blender about this big, so I was going to give him maybe some meatballs and some green beans mixed up, something, you know, nice little smoothie for him. Because he's 11, you know? He needs something for his gut.
His teeth look to be in pretty good shape. Do you feed him dog food regularly?
Yeah.
That's good. He shouldn't eat all that people food anyway.
Not even some chicken and raw green beans.
Well, yeah,
ground up.
that's nothing wrong with that.
You're
right.
He's a little old man, you know?
Rufus.
Gray around his eyes.
Rufus.
He's still like a puppy. He's my best friend.
Hey, Liz, if you're there, or Ellie, Yale and Havana. Yeah, somebody was probably parked there. All right, honey.
Lovely syrup and milk.
Do you have a bag to put your stuff in?
Yes.
Or would you like a big bag or?
You have a bigger bag?
Well, I have big orange trash bags, like if you want to put all your clothes in it or something, or unless you have a bag.
Yeah.
Do you need a bag just to
I
keep?
have some.
Okay.
Makeshift. I'll see what I have.
If you don't have a
See
bag,
all his
that's
dog here.
It's
Sorry
fine.
about that.
You go ahead and do that and get that all rounded up.
Do you think they'll have a laundromat at this place?
Well,
I just bought some new ones.
The one place I want to put you in does have
because when my
point of
clothes caught on
laundry.
fire, you know, I had to buy all the sheets.
How long
and
ago
stuff.
did your?
That was in September. It was actually on my birthday. I went to IHOP. I remember that morning, and I got some pancakes. Who's they give you pancakes on your birthday? I didn't know that, but yeah, it was on my birthday.
All right.
I wasn't expecting
You
it.
make sure you have what you need, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, she has no idea whose car she's in. I know her name. It doesn't matter. If there's shit starting in this chat, end it. This is not the fucking time, you guys. Okay? Please. This stuff is so stressful. Last year, at this time, I wouldn't have had to get on here. I would have just been able to do it. So I need to call. Hey, real quick, I'm sorry, I'm on a live stream. So this is not a good situation. What's my motel over at Hampton and Wands?
Oh. These are important.
Is it? Okay, because I got a call. Comfort or... Yeah, I know, but there's the 4 in there. What's my points thing for? Choice? So what is that? Days. Okay. Comfort quality? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll figure it out. Okay, I'll call you in a little bit. That's all right. I love you. Bye. I don't know that they're going to give me my same rates as last year. The hotel motel situation is another nightmare this year. She's not giving her dog raw chicken. This motel manager. I have his card at home, I think. Ellie, remember where Chandra and Brooke and the baby were at Quality? So they have fridges and microwaves there, and it's way nicer. But they're not answering their phone. Yeah, I know where it's at. But they haven't started their severe weather shelter rates yet. But they did give them to me. I'm so pissed off at Denver right now. Again? Oh, and yeah, services, everybody. Services. They go out, they go to a call. This woman actually made the call because she was afraid what the guy did. The neighbor, I watched it on her phone. He was getting aggressive with her, came over and started talking shit in her face. The whole thing with towing Shannon's camper. Remember all that? We had to go get the cat. Yeah, Denver on Monday put her in the motel for a week and said that they were going to follow up with services. You think they did? No, she's back out on the street. But this time, she's in a camper that's fully licensed. Woo! These fucking assholes at the police department. They have all of this money for motels. They can activate these services, and they won't. Somebody, when you have a minute, call District 3 and ask them what happened on the call at about Hampton and Tamarack from a woman, a single woman who called because she was being harassed by the neighbor. Ask District 3 why they didn't activate any services. They supposedly told the neighbor that they offered her services and she refused. Well, I guess we're just going to have to drive over to that motel. The other one I have to choose from, the first one, it's just a shithole. And there's no microwave or fridge. Both places will let her have the dog. I do have to pay a deposit, but it's only $100 at the nicer one. And then the weekly rate that I was getting is $540 with tax. So hopefully, since it's Sunday, they can give me a weekly. Hey Beth, this is Regan with Helping Hands for Dignity. How are you? Do you remember me? No, I'm good. Oh, good. Say, do you by chance have a weekly room for me for tonight? Oh, thank you. Single female, And she does have a dog, little dog. So can I still pay that deposit? Awesome. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. We will be there probably in about 30 minutes. Will you still be there? Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, what's the rate? Do I get that same rate, Beth? Right on. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye. Yay. It's a go. Yeah, so that'll be the nicer one where she can cook for herself. In the meantime, this van. Is Liz in here? Can somebody help me with this van? Oh, Blue Unicorn, that's really nice, but I'm never running for office. Our homeless life. Hey, friends, how are you? Hey, Tommy Stocks. Yeah, that would be really awesome. Getting mechanics or any... It is no joke to try to get service on vehicles right now. I mean, places just, they'll tell you we have no staff, we're 6 weeks out, blah, 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 blah. So the goal here is to ensure that it doesn't get towed. So I already gave the location, so watch. Aurora PD is going to show up and solicit a tow next. Don't even get me started on those friggin' assholes. So I'm trying to see if... Okay, there's a property management sign over there, or some kind of sign. Let's go check it out. Maybe somebody can help me so this doesn't get towed. Yeah, the engine block. The location of the incident that happened was, well, Ellie, what was the address? 3760. I'm going to tell you right now. Hang tight. It's all right, Ellie. I got this. They responded to 3690 South Spruce Street. And that's in Denver PD District 3. And the major cross streets are Tamarack and Hampton. Yeah, 3690 South Spruce Street in Denver District 3 earlier today. And literally left that woman. And then supposedly went back and told the neighbor that there were mental health issues when she was the one that called. What were they doing going and making contact with that neighbor when they were the aggressors? The guy... He's on video. He's on video coming and getting confrontational with her in the street. Officer Mike Donovan. All right, so let's go check out this sign over here real quick. So we're just inside of Aurora. tow company. So, I don't know. I mean, we're not going to call them, but I'll have to do a record search, a property search to figure out who owns this shopping center. I suppose I could go into Come and Go and they might tell me, but the bigger deal I make about it, this was like a old black eyed pea or something, so it's vacant. The bigger deal I make about this, the more likely it's going to get towed. However, we have some new laws that do require some notification to be given before a tow can happen. How you doing, hon? We have about, I don't know, I told him we'd be there within 30 minutes. I got you the nicer motel that has a fridge and a microwave, and I got you a weekly rate there, and you're good to take the dog. So make sure you've got his leash and that kind of stuff, okay? And your clothes, can I take a bag for you? Do you need another bag? Probably. Hang tight, guys. It's big, so you have to load it. It's so heavy. Do you want me to take that bag and put it in the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, I would just put this bag inside of this one.
Inside of that one?
Yeah, I mean, this is.
Or do you need another bag?
No.
Okay. All right. Make sure you get his dish and his food and. Okay. It's hard for them to leave their stuff. Sometimes these things don't go all that well because it's all they have. And, yeah. So. Yeah, ask District 3. When they're going to activate services. Ellie, I'm on the phone with the cop. You're on the actual phone with the actual cop that responded to the call? Good. Please document that. Thank you very much. Oh, the homeowner's name is Mike Donovan. But he's on the phone with the cop, and his name is Mike too, huh? Yeah, so that Nextdoor post, let me read it to you. And I hate Nextdoor. Nextdoor is that app that you get on when you are truly a Karen and you have no life. And it goes something like this. Everybody beware. I almost died today at the hands of a crazed gunman. I was walking my dog in my own neighborhood and a bird flew out of the bush, and the guy across the street who looked homeless and he was obviously on drugs looked up at the bird, and I was sure he was going to pull out a shotgun and shoot me. The description is white male, long brown hair, no pictures, no video. And he had on raggedy clothes. And so everybody beware. And then you will see an onslaught of 500 comments. Oh my God, Susan, thank you so much for posting that. I feel so much better now. I know what to look out for. And I will never wear headphones on my walk because homeless people are scary and guns kill people. And oh my God, thank God for Nextdoor, because what would we do about the homeless population in Denver if we didn't get on there and tell thousands of people to call the cops and call 311 to report? I fucking hate Nextdoor, but I do get on it so I can see shit just like this. Here's the post. It's still up. Okay, just so you see it. It's all here. It starts out one day ago, yesterday, with a picture of her van. Now that I have my packages, oh, he's changed the original post. The original post was titled, "I'm a prisoner in my own home." Let me go back to my screenshots for his original post. Prisoner in my house. I have a homeless guy living in a van in front of my house. He moves his van every 3 days. I am waiting for a package and a check, and I am afraid I may get ripped off via porch bugler, Buglar. He's a young guy with long black dreadlocks. He is currently in the van now. This was yesterday. And then all these comments ensue. And even he gets back on there. The original poster. All right, honey, here we go. Let me set that in.
Glad that he understood that I was leaving out of the stuff.
Oh, you're
It's like
fine.
when
You're
the
just
phone
fine.
to charge and you can't-
Yeah, we're just chatting on this live stream. So is this enough space for your stuff? Can you pile it up right here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all yours. So this asshole even gets back on there and says, if I go somewhere and the packages and mail are delivered, he can steal it with impunity. I sympathize with the homeless until they camp across from my house. This is Mike Donovan. Yeah, it's all right there. Yeah, so those were the original posts. And most of the people on here are telling the guy, mind your own business. Most of them. But, nobody went out there, right? So now he's posting. And you can't ever see this stuff because you have to sign up for that specific neighborhood. So that's why I can't see some posts in other parts of town and blah, 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 blah. I hate this Nextdoor app. So now his post is, now that I have my packages, lost most of Saturday because the risk was not acceptable. This is simply an issue of a homeless person camped out in front of my house. They punked the police when they came by. Somebody else called them, not me. In fact, I think she did. Yeah, Mike, I wonder why. She's got you on video. I saw it. You coming out of your house. I wonder why a single woman minding her own business would call the cops on your punk ass. So how does everyone feel about having a person living in their car in front of your house? I don't mind it. I have some living in front, in back, on both sides, sometimes inside, Mike. That's how I feel. Every time I suggest they provide their address so I can have them relocate in front of your house, I get no response. That's funny. Mike didn't respond to my post that I made. And for the people who want to vilify me, thanks for self-identifying. I can block you. Oh my God, Mike, isn't the internet a wonderful thing when you can fucking hide like a coward after confronting this tiny, young, little 24-year-old in your neighborhood? The fuck is wrong with you? Get off your ass. Go trade in that fucking BMW for some integrity. How about you do that, Mike? What a fucking piece of shit. And people are on here, oh yeah, call the police and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. He also deleted his other posts that actually made me get in my car as I was watching this earlier today. But the final post he made update. So I saw her out there this morning. I went out, asked her if now that it's been 6 days, can she move someplace now? No, Mike, that's not what you did. At first, I was ignored, but I am hard to ignore. Oh, are you, Mike? Until you start becoming a physical threat? Oh, imagine that. When she responded, I immediately got the impression that there may be some mental illness involved. Oh, did you? Is that why you went back a second time, Mike? Ugh. So I contacted the police so I could understand if there was anything that I could do. I hate hassling people, but 6 days is 6 days. Wow, Mike, you can count 6 days in your elder years? This dude was old as shit. White hair, fat fuck, approaching her the way I watched the video. District 3 DPD said I could file a low-level complaint about the expired registration. That would be tomorrow. Hopeful she will be gone instead. A short time later, I got a knock on the door. D cars. We buffered. 2 DPD cars and 3 officers. I talked to a very nice, understanding officer. This dude is like really super educated too. In short, she is moving the car. Has to be towed? Question mark. I think she had to be the person who called the police because I never gave an address and I reported no crime. So he did call. Now I just feel like a heel. The officer I talked to said she was well known to them. That's interesting. She will not park in areas designated for people living out of their cars. She refuses to use services, etc. These are bad decisions on her part, IMHO, in my humble opinion. I feel like any one of us could be out on the streets if the cards fell the wrong way. Oh, do you, Mike? Oh, well, that was nice of you to say. Highly sympathetic, up to a point. In quotes, up to a point. Over the years, we have had stolen cars, abandoned cars, trailers, you name it. Well, welcome to the Colorado that you live in, Mike. I always ignore it at first. Usually it goes away. Not this time. I wish there had been another way. Oh, well. Yeah, that's how, that was his post. That's since been deleted. Yeah, how about that note? That's very good. Thank you. I was thinking about that, forgot about it, but yeah, let's do a note. We'll do it right here on my list, on my clipboard list of Denver's notice of automobile junkers. This is how they threaten the homeless. not abandoned. And I want to put this note inside your windshield, okay? I'm writing that it's not abandoned. And if there's any questions, I'm going to leave my phone number, okay? Okay. Let's put this in there.
Oh, like on the dash?
Yeah, on the dash.
Right,
So
well,
can you
I'm gonna
unlock it
open
for
that
me
up.
again? Okay. Storm is blowing in. Okay. Yeah, is there anybody that can help me with this vehicle? Liz, if you're watching and you have any contacts, so we're probably we'll have to talk about where we're gonna move it.
The appraisal place? Maybe they could
Where you're
hang on.
trading it in?
Maybe they could hang on to it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we should talk about that a little bit. Okay. All right, so we're gonna drive. We got you a nice motel, and
Thank you, everyone.
yeah, of course. Where are we at with the conversation with District 3? Do we have any update on that? Ellie, as soon as that comes in the chat, could you let me know, please? I really am wanting to follow up on that. So, all right, Rufus, here we go. You okay?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's just a sneeze.
Oh, okay. Ellie, you can Google that through the Denver. Well, actually, this is in Denver. All that stuff is typically online in all of our assessor's offices. So it would be Aurora Municipal, Aurora Assessor, City of Aurora. It's somewhere online, I'm pretty sure. Property search. or sometimes it's through the clerks. Like Denver, I believe you access a property search through the city clerk website. Honey, would you do me a favor? Would you text me so I have your number? You have my card?
Yes. This is your personal number, right? So you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you, I'll go ahead and I have the on hand here with him. Go ahead and we can put it in. Okay. So what is the number?
Well, hang on a second. I don't want to say it out loud. Do you still have that card handy? Did you put that back in your pocket? Because when I do that, people blow up my phone. People typically I don't want calling me. Did you get your ID in your wallet?
Yeah, I got mine. But I couldn't find my social security card.
Do you
But
have
I'm
your
sure-
ID?
Yes, but
Okay.
I'm sure it's somewhere in my other pockets.
So you think it might be in the clothes that you have? Because you're probably going to need that
Yes.
on Tuesday, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So you worked at this Whole Foods right up here, huh?
Ron Hampton?
On Hampton? Uh-huh.
Yes.
So she had a job right over here at Whole Foods. For those of you that didn't hear that story, how long had you worked there, then?
I'd say about 3 weeks.
You worked
I
there 3
managed
weeks.
to be there for 3 weeks.
They hired you. You went through the whole hiring process, got hired here at the Whole Foods on Hampton in Denver. Worked for 3 weeks. Were you staying in your van out in the
Yeah.
parking lot?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Back near the employee parking.
In the employee parking. They suspended her. Told her apparently she can't have a job and live in her van with her animal. So they haven't fired her. So I'm going to help her file a complaint with the Department of Labor in the state of Colorado for discrimination. There's a reason they haven't fired her. And hopefully she can get a state-appointed attorney from the Division of Labor that will mediate that situation.
Send you a message.
Thank you, hon. Did you text me your name? Say, hey, this is, okay. Yeah, right here, this Whole Foods. 7400 East Hampton, everybody. Whole Foods. You know, where they really care. We down people, we keep them down. Even though they try to bring themselves up, we make sure that we are a society that keeps them down. Do you have any names of managers over there, people that you remember
Yes.
that you'll...
I was trying to get an employee meeting because it's in their policy. They're not supposed to, prevent you from having an employee meeting.
with management?
Yes, not supposed to.
Do you know some first names of people there? These managers that told you couldn't be there?
Yes.
Chris?
Carvin with the C. V-I-N.
Carmen? Huh. they didn't, nobody tried to help you out, huh? Did you show up for all your shifts, honey?
Yes.
Never late? Were you late?
No. There was this one time it was like, what is it? Like my second, what is it? My second shift. Yeah, I was supposed to download that app, the My Workday app, and it didn't load properly. I have a screenshot still, and I sent it to my Google Drive. It gave me an error. There's been a lot of problems with the app, so whatever. But I stayed probably like 2 hours overtime.
Oh.
You know, because of that. I clocked in. This shift starts at what, 10 to 6:30, and I got there. I was able to get in at 11:43. I had to, take him out and stuff like that.
So you would let him out on your breaks? Did you ever get written up?
No.
No? Just got like verbal counseling?
Well, okay, believe it or not, I'm pretty sure that I'm autistic, so, as I said before. Now, I know at this job, they started to dock me because I didn't, now I'm overnight, this is like, 2, 3 in the morning.
You're overnights, that's right, so you don't even work with the public.
No.
And your van is out in the parking lot overnight.
With the other employees, yeah. And apparently there's been theft and stuff like that too in that parking lot, and I know I would hear like alarms and stuff going off, but no, they started to, they wanted to have a meeting with me anyway, and a weekly review, because I'm not smiling a lot like on my shift or something like that.
Not smiling?
Yeah, I could show you the paperwork.
I'd love to see that paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't lose that.
I do. I left it in my van, but I have like some notes on it that I took.
So you were there a week working overnights, what, stalking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they told you weren't smiling enough.
Now, the other employees, when they found out that this was happening to me, I mean, I just managed to send in, for my investigation to the HR person there, Celine. Well, anyway, the other employees, they said that shouldn't have been happening. And they were telling people that, because I'm going around to them on my shift, they're trying to, send me home, and I'm going around to them and I'm telling them, hey, like, have I ever made you feel threatened, or, you've seen me doing my job. I've been doing my job.
So wait a minute, were they trying to say that other employees were uncomfortable?
Yes, and they were preventing people from talking to me. Like, someone will come up to me, hey, what's going on? And they say, hey, you need to, we're asking you to step away. You need to walk away now. You need to be doing your job. And it was like this Milgram experiment thing. This, like, control everything. Anyway, yeah, I recorded all that as well.
Did you?
As it was happening.
Okay.
They don't know that, but...
Okay.
Well, actually, no, they do, because I started visual recording too, almost a 20-minute video. I'm trying to go upstairs to talk to Celine, the HR person that was physically there, to see, hey, when do you have time for another, a meeting? Because this is, really getting ridiculous, this bullying. Well, they blocked me. They wouldn't let me go upstairs. So,
like, physically blocked you?
Yeah, 3 men. Yeah.
3 men. And what, did they tell you to leave?
Yeah. They had me trespassed.
Did they call the cops?
Yeah.
They did. They called the cops.
Yeah.
And had you trespassed from your job?
Yeah, but there was no, technically here, I think their paperwork doesn't have to be served. At first it's like a verbal warning or something, but anyway, no.
So the police, you've had more contact with this group of police from District 3.
One of the officers, yeah, actually, she was one of the officers that was there earlier with that gentleman. We saw him whenever, and she was like, hey, remember me? And she was nice? What was her name? I don't remember her name, but I got her name and her badge number in another meeting with her.
So that's why Mark, the neighbor, is on Nextdoor saying that the police told him they're very familiar with you. Okay. I get it now.
That's unfortunate.
Interesting. So, what happened at work when they called the cops? So these 3 guys prevented you from, like, going upstairs to the office to go to a meeting?
Yeah, to try to sit down and schedule a meeting with Celine, the HR person.
With Celine, the HR person. And so they told you, no, you can't go up here.
Yeah, I'm not allowed.
You're not allowed. And so did you push back on that? Did you say something? Why did they call the cops?
I certainly said, hey, I mean, I'm entitled to a meeting as an employee. Of course, it's in the code.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Were you threatening to them? Were you?
No. I have the whole shebang recorded.
Do you?
Yeah. The whole,
Yeah, honey, I think you ought to skip the whole attempt to work with Whole Foods. Because
What about my PTO?
you paid time off? Well, were you starting to accumulate time?
Yeah, I mean, I looked into it. Apparently, I have like.
Were you hired full time?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is why I think it would be best if you filed a complaint
Okay.
with the Department of Labor or the
Okay.
state and let them handle that, because Whole Foods, they're gonna ignore you. They don't want to resolve that because it's obvious that their method of resolving things is to call the cops. So you're not going to get anywhere with them. And you haven't been terminated.
No.
Nobody said you're fired. Nobody handed you any paperwork that said you've been terminated.
No.
How did you find out you were suspended?
Well, because this is live, it's like a, almost 35-minute video that I have of this happening. The managers were making fun of me. They're on the phone and they're really exaggerating the story. They're saying I'm being crazy. They think I'm on something, whatever. And so they're on the phone with Celine's boss. There's two types of HR. So Celine's boss, she's the person for one of those, the Tamarack location HR. Celine, and her boss's name is Helena. So I made sure to get her information as well. This is a week or so prior. Anyway, so she's on the phone live with Carvin, and yes, of course, due to everything they're saying about me, it seems as if I'm a horrible person. And Carvin, the manager, he's actually a new manager. He's being trained.
Chris Carvin, Carvin.
Maybe his first name. Oh no, Chris is one of the another manager's names.
Oh, these are first names, Chris and
then
Carvin
with the C. Well,
and these are night managers?
Yes.
Or
Carvin is more of like a team lead, I believe.
Oh, okay.
This was like early in the morning, like I don't know, 5, 6 in the morning.
So how long had you been working?
For about a month. It was going on 3 weeks.
Well, so that particular night, what went on that all this went down at like 5 in the morning? You'd almost worked a whole shift, right?
Yeah. Well, so I, of course, have been catching these managers in lies and, just manipulation and click behavior. And anyway, I mean, they come over to me and tell me that I'm not using my box cutter correctly, and it's like, that's not true. Stuff like that. Like, so I'll show you the paperwork.
So they were trying to get you to quit. They were trying to get you to cave and walk out.
Well,
because you lived in your van in the parking lot. So they tried to turn it into it being an issue of your work performance. I see what's going on.
Well, also the more that I kept obviously trying to have employee meetings, the more upset they got with me. Of course.
Sure. They didn't want to have a meeting.
Make some scene. So then I did. I noticed I would have more micromanaging. I would have more people coming over to me saying that somehow the cardboard bin is supposed to be on this side of the aisle instead of that side, and just stuff like that.
They accuse you of theft?
No. I mean, of course, they couldn't, but it's just. Let's just say I did notice it was becoming more and more unbearable to be there, but I'm there for a reason. I have this engine to fix now.
Yeah.
Apparently,
you got a job so you could take care of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And they hired you.
Yeah. I had to wait like a whole extra week to actually be brought in for orientation. I started on the 29th of September. Yeah. But I was, given the granted welcome papers about a week. Was it a week and a half before that? So I waited a while. In the meantime, I was trying to collect water from whatever sink I could.
Oh, so like you would fill a water jug or something when you were at work so you could have water?
Well, from anywhere else but that place. I would
really?
I would go in there. They have like a little cafe area, and I would sit and I would send some emails and try to make calls and stuff like that.
So they didn't want you there. They didn't want you working because you were homeless. Do you think that was what was going on?
Yes, that definitely contributed. Yes.
But yet they hired you. Did you have an altercation with a coworker, or did you have arguments with other people?
I wouldn't say arguments. I certainly, like I said, the more I stood my ground as far as people coming over to bully me and trying to make it seem like I wasn't doing my job, you know, it just, yeah, I said, okay, dude, this isn't really the best thing. You don't have to take the items that I have, right? I mean, I'm putting it on the shelf, and there's a process I'm doing. It's not done yet. But then I would have another manager come over and be like, hey, you know, what's the problem here? What's going on? And it's like, there isn't an issue. For some reason, this person won't let me do my work.
Huh.
It's very unfortunate.
So if you were doing it wrong, were they trying to show you a different way?
That's the thing. I wasn't doing it wrong. And even on the employee paperwork, because they rate you, 1 to 5. My work is what? 4, 4, 5.
You
5,
have all
3.
the, they rated you for
No,
that?
it's really quite ridiculous. And other coworkers, mainly the black ones, they were texting me like, hey, are you okay? And they kept telling me about the police out here, how it is. And I said, what are you guys talking about? I have that recorded too. So I have their consent and everything to talk to them about this and ask them about it. But they were really scared, you know? They didn't know what was happening. And they said that the managers were laughing and everything. They were laughing in front of me, and they were saying I was confused, and they were sorry for what happened to me, like in my family, that maybe the way I am, or whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever.
Wow.
But I have all that recorded as well. I have all the lying recorded, all of it. I have it all, as well as other employees saying that was disgusting, that they're laughing and joking and making fun of me. Yeah. About, 2 or 3 different coworkers, and really one in particular, her name is Mariah, but she kept coming up to me and saying, you know, trying to get me tips, because they had already called the police and stuff, because they tried to send me home early. I'm like, no, give me a reason to send me home. Give me a reason. Okay, you know what, we're just going to trespass you. Now, you know, it's private property, you're technically trespassing. I'm like, I'm an employee, I work here, I'm on my shift. No,
Wow.
You're going home. So that's really what happened. And it turns out that same day, someone had already reported him in my van anyway. So it was kind of inevitable. There are all these factors that were, you know, happening and being made to happen, which I knew that. That's also why I would go out during the day, and I'd put my little sneakers on and walk down from here and here to here. I didn't always have money to buy food, but I bought him food, and I'd ask people if maybe they know of any mechanics. I was doing, loans, but you're not supposed to do that. I don't really recommend getting like loans and stuff, like 5, 6
To
loans,
live on?
APR. Yeah, to fix my engine and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't really recommend that. That's why I was in the cafe for about a good week or whatever before I actually started my shift. And I'm doing all stuff, making all these calls, but I would see people even
Did
then,
they
just
have
like,
a problem with you being in the cafe before your shift?
well, let's just say I definitely saw that people would glare at me
But
and
nobody
watch me.
said anything.
No,
They just made sure you felt it.
pretty much.
Interesting.
But then, you know, obviously I told people, oh, you know, I'm gonna start working here overnight. And it was,
Have you ever showed your ID to the police?
yes.
You have? When did you do that?
Well, definitely not. A few hours ago? But it was when I was trespassed. Yeah.
At the store?
Mhm.
You showed them your ID?
Yeah. And then they took my dog, so I had to pay for that.
What do you mean they took your dog?
So they confiscated, because someone already made the call anyway. They confiscated Rufus, and I have the paperwork for that too. I have to. I had to go down to this animal shelter.
You had to go down to the Denver Animal Shelter to get your dog?
I took a new route, and
Did they charge you with something?
well, this guy, he made sure that they waived the fee. They gave him 2 shots like they're supposed to, but I ended up obviously having to pay for the Uber to go and get him and then bring him back, and then the pet fee too, because it's, you know, a specialty for that. So yeah, it turns out
What grounds did they take your dog on? What did they tell you was the reason that they took your dog?
the call.
Just the call?
Yeah, the call that someone made to
Did-
report
did-
the vehicle.
So did the animal control officer tell you that this was a case of abuse and neglect of your animal?
No, they were just.
No?
I mean, I don't know what the police told him, but they just obviously the police had to, in order to remove me, they couldn't leave a vehicle. They couldn't leave my dog in the vehicle, especially based off the call. you know?
Gotcha. Wow. District 3 did this to you. This is fascinating. Very fascinating. Wow. Because you were trying to work so you could take care of yourself. Okay. Have you been charged with any crimes since you've been here in Colorado?
Oh, well, actually, I just found out a few days ago that I have, what is it? I actually have a warrant.
You have a warrant. Great.
Yeah.
For what?
This is for, on paper it says reckless driving and eluding the police. And I know that sounds horrible, I know it does, but it's not what it seems. When I actually
Where at? In Denver?
This is in Douglas County.
In Douglas?
So it's
Okay.
like Castle Pines. What it actually was, I was doing an Instacart delivery. It was like 10 something at night. I was going to Lowe's. I had a stomach ache, so I was actually going really slow, you know, to not cause any sort of safety concerns, which there's no one on the road anyway. I'm on like this back road. There aren't any lights. This is like where the mountains are. Literally have to go through this, whatever. And what is it? I put my hazards on and I turn. What is it? There's like a no crossing lane. So what is it? Those little double lines, like yellow lines.
Okay.
And there's no other cars coming, obviously, this direction. And then there's this other car behind me, and they're riding up on my van. So, okay, this person's really in a hurry. And I understand, I'm going probably about 10, 15, you know, whatever miles under speed limit. Anyway, so then I pull over, and I have my hazards on, so they know. And I can't hardly sit up. And I have all this recorded live, too, as this is happening. Because I have, like, vlogs and streams like I do. But
Do you?
yeah, and it's like, well, you know, so I'm waving this person through, waving them, and for some reason, they slow down and they stop. And I stop to let them go past. They were going past. I said, what are you doing? What's going on? And they put their lights on. They put their flashing lights on. Oh, okay, that's an officer. And now it's like I'm in trouble or something. But I have this Instacart I'm on my way to this Instacart. I don't have time for this. I can hardly sit up right now. I'm almost there. So I start driving. And I don't mean flooring it and fast and all that stuff. Like I said, I have this recorded. And then they turn their lights off. And they slow down a little bit. And I figure maybe they're calling other officers. Well, they're going to have to meet me at this Lowe's place that I'm going to. So it's not some cops episode, you know, no one was punched, there was none of that, you know, no. There's nothing like that. I didn't floor it, no. But anyway, I didn't see that cop car again. But apparently, look, although these officers didn't have grounds to, the first time, it's allegedly like a verbal warning. And even then, I have that recorded too. That officer said, if they want you to leave right now, you can definitely come back and have your employee meeting. That's what they said live on camera. That's what they
Wait,
said.
so this was back at the Whole Foods?
Yes, that was the first time that they were. Now, the second time that these cops obviously were called, that's when I came back it was like, almost 9 in the morning to have my employee meeting. I'm still an employee here. I'm entitled to that.
Oh,
They
okay,
said
so
I
you
can
came
come
back the next day?
No, this is literally a few hours later. They said I can come back.
Okay.
And I know I can. I'm not going to, because if this story runs and gets worse, they could just go ahead and terminate me. I need to make sure that I present all the evidence that I have, that nothing happened. Whatever. Well, that didn't really have a chance to happen. It was just being met with more mocking and hazing and blah, 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 blah.
So were the cops there again
Yeah.
that morning?
Yeah,
at
there's
9 o'clock?
actually, what is it, about 2 or 3 different cops, and then the same, one of the same, she's like blonde, she has like a short haircut. I have...
Is her last name Moore?
I think so. She has like, what is it, like platinum blonde, slicked hair, short hair. I do have her information.
You have it on your phone?
Yeah, and a live video, I do, but
What kind of live video? What's a live video?
like a visual, like
Oh.
you know, the camera. But,
Can I see that?
Okay.
I would love to see if I know this cop.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I probably do.
Really? Okay. I mean, I also just want to say, I think it's really great that, like, apparently, like, we're not late or anything, you know, because that's good.
What do you mean late?
Well, you said we had 30 minutes to get here. and
Well,
it's like,
I told her about 30 minutes. It's been about 45, but I talked to her, so she's...
okay, well, this is really, okay, well, this isn't the one where she says it. I do have that one, though. But you should be able to see her visually.
Okay, so apparently Celine...
This is the live video. These are the 3
Okay.
guys who are blocking me.
Okay.
But you're gonna see when the cops get here, and they started to follow me to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, why'd you come out here?
So you make sure to explicitly grab my phone from me and turn it away to take my phone.
They grabbed your phone from you first thing.
Yeah. I had another phone and they took that out of my pocket.
Well, you got a warrant for your arrest, so you're under arrest for that.
Huh.
But the warrant was wrong. That's another catch. The warrant, the paperwork's wrong.
They didn't take you to jail?
No. The warrant was wrong. And there were so many signs they shouldn't have been doing that. People kept telling them, you can't take her, you can't take her. But they kept... I have that recorded too.
Am I going to see more?
At that point, it was in the officer's hand.
So what about the female?
I can definitely... What is that? I can definitely get... What is it? The other video is that.
Is that warrant active?
I think it is.
You
it
need
just,
to
it
let me
doesn't
help,
count.
honey. You need to let me help you
It
with
just
that.
doesn't count.
Well, we need to check
numbers
into
are
it.
off. The numbers are off because they, of course, they didn't file it correctly. Like the numbers for my driver's license are different from what's on the warrant. And even today, that the officers today, they gave me a whole different case number. They gave me a whole different case number.
Did they tell you you had an active warrant today?
They said yes. Basically, based off of the information, they're supposed to arrest me, but somehow it's not valid anyway. This is the case number they gave me. Now the other one they gave me starts with a T. It's T22 something 33 3457.
We're gonna check into this.
I've been trying to. I've been calling the DA. What is it? The clerk's office. And
Yeah.
I managed to get in contact with the DA in Douglas County and spoke to her. I have her email and everything. And what is it? And then they said, well, you need to speak to the Denver police because they're the ones who arrested you. I called Denver and they said, we don't have any record for you here. We don't have anything for you. I said,
So
what
they
about
did
the
not
arrest?
take you to jail.
No, they weren't able to. They put me in handcuffs and everything. But
And had you in the car?
yeah, and at first
How long did you sit in that car?
it was probably like maybe 2 hours.
You
2.5
sat in
hours.
a Denver cop car for 2 hours in
Yeah.
handcuffs
I had to pee too.
while they tried to figure out if they had a warrant for you?
Yes, and then we had to wait because then they had to get animal control because the call.
You have got to be shitting me. What date did this happen with the Whole Foods incident?
I would say it's about a week ago.
Just a week ago?
Yeah.
Do you remember on what day?
Let
What
me
day of
check
the week it was?
Check into this video.
Wow. This is why Denver's very familiar with you.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
According to Mark on Nextdoor,
they
the
were,
neighbor, who apparently the Denver Police Department had no problem communicating with Mark while leaving her vulnerable on the street. Good job, District 3. Way to go.
this is October 14th, 9:05 a.m.
October 14th. Okay,
That's
I
when I
want to make a
started
note of
recording this
that.
video. It should have been, what was it? It was a Friday.
All right.
Yeah, it should
I'm
have
going
been
to
Friday.
I'll do a records request. It was at 9 in the morning.
Yes, 9:05 a.m.
Okay.
Should have been a Friday. I remember that.
That's when you made that recording. So you are recording the police when things are happening. How come
Yeah.
you told me earlier you're afraid to do that?
Well, again, they've manhandled me before, and they insist that, just, in my past, they insist that you're not supposed to, visual, that they don't like to be on camera, and they say that, hey, well, I have
You've
a
been
body cam.
manhandled by cops before? Where at?
No. Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
They charge you? What kind of criminal history they hit you with?
Well, I mean, surprisingly, just, people being weary because at the time I had a Kia Optima and I would be like at the park or whatever, and they didn't know what I was doing. But
Were you ever charged with anything in North Carolina?
yeah, but it wasn't like an actual charge. These would be like a misdemeanor, and then it would be obviously thrown out
Hang
because they
on to
didn't
that.
have any sort
You
of.
don't have warrants out of
No,
North Carolina,
no, I
do
don't.
you?
No, this is all new to me. This is
Yeah.
all new, and so unfortunately, I'm trying to figure out how this works, especially with this not even really being. It's active, but it doesn't count.
Yeah,
Even
none of this makes sense, or you would have been taken to jail today for sure.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
believe you. But one of the things I always say to people when we begin to work together and get to know each other, I can only help you if you're honest with me. And I believe that you're being honest with me. If you continue to be honest with me, I can help you. I can help you help
Really?
yourself, because you're
Yes.
going to end up in jail with this kind of bullshit that's going on. If you don't get this cleared up,
I know.
it's
I
going
need
to haunt you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and honey, whenever you're in a vehicle and there's flashing lights, I know it's scary as hell, but you have to pull over. You know, the cops are pulling you over. You got to pull over, because that's how bad things happen. I mean, I just want to say that. I don't even know what happened, but just from the tip of what you're describing, you know, you just have to remember, always record the police. Okay? It's your right to do that. So, all right, well, let's go get checked in, okay? I know these people here. You'll be fine. You'll be safe here. You all right? You okay?
I know we should get checked in. I
What's wrong?
Why are you not like against me?
Why am I not
Usually-
against you?
I have to fight so hard. And I
It's
need
like
to
too good to be
crazy
true that
and-
people are helping you. I'm not against you. I want you to be safe, and I want to see you meet some goals, but most importantly, I'd really like you to get in contact with your family. That's always on the top of my list when I meet people, is to help you with family.
But what about Boo-Boos?
Well, what about him? Nobody's taking him from you. So hello. It is. Hi, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I would like to get that scheduled. Wow, you're calling me on a Sunday. That's interesting. I would have never expected that. Gotcha. Oh, well, can we do it tonight? All right, what's your next opening?
What's wrong, honey? What's wrong?
What about the...
Where's she
so
going?
Is this Health Images? Oh, okay, so I have to go to that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, where can I go the soonest?
Where's she
And when
going?
is she's on?
Alright, uncharged. Unplug my phone. Hello, everyone. Say hello, Rivers. Hello. Squirrel, look. Squirrel,
Tuesday at 6:40.
squirrel.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna tell you, this is a little bit different from my
Nope.
like lives. Wow. Look at all of you guys.
Nope.
All of you beautiful people.
Nope.
I want to be inclusive, you know. Wow. Look at all of you guys. Ooh. Oh, honey. What's wrong, honey? What's wrong?
Okay, perfect.
She's not going anywhere.
Okay, thank you so much. You as well. Bye-bye.
She's right there.
Okay, we're done there.
She's not going anywhere. He's whining. He's like,
Is he
"Where'd you
whining? He wants
go?"
out of here. Let's
He
get
said,
him out of
"Where'd you
here.
go?"
Okay, so
Didn't know where he went. Mhm.
you know what? We're probably going to end this stream, you guys, and go get checked in. But anyway, so we've been doing this live stream. Do you want to tell folks your name again? It's up to you if
Hi,
you don't want to.
Hi, my name's Keziah, and this is Rufus, obviously. Yeah, his little tongue.
So we're going to go check in to a motel where she's going to be safe for a week, thanks to a lot of you. So a lot of things we've talked about and learned about just since we met. And we met because I was watching Nextdoor of a neighbor who decided to, instead of help her, he was hoping that she would get more harassment than help. She got more help today than harassment. Would you agree?
No, yeah, same as usual.
I mean, some people showed up to help you. So that's a good thing. That's a good day when that happens. So there's some things to unravel for her. She's got a job opportunity coming up. She's trying to take care of herself. She's not from Colorado. She's been here for about 1.5 years, right? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's had some police contact in District 3, and sounds like they've been, you know, a nice group of helpful cops. So, yeah. So the Adventures of Helping Hands for Dignity Coalition. Thank you, everyone who stepped up to donate today. I very much appreciate it. Like I said, last year, I would have been able to just do this without asking. That's not the case anymore because of where donations are. So we will continue to work together, and hopefully she will get on a path to self-sufficiency, and we can work through those van issues. And it's because of your support these things happen, and that's very much appreciated. We don't need vulnerable women out on the streets without any way to, I would say, defend yourself and be able to drive away from a bad situation. So that's why we're glad to put you in this motel and help you make this contact for this job opportunity. Okay. So at any rate, Ellie, thank you. Thank you, everyone that's been in here. Any questions? If you have a channel, let us know. Do you have a YouTube channel, hun?
I do.
What's it called? Do you want to tell people?
I'm Girl Who Roams.
Girl?
I sing and I make reaction videos. And
Oh, really?
yeah.
What's the name of the channel again?
Well,
Spell it.
It's GIRLWHOROAMS. Girl Who Roams. All one word.
M as in Mary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Girl Who Roams.
All right. Yeah, let's check that out, you guys.
Every platform. Every Facebook, Reddit, Twitter.
And did we get any more from the cops? From District 3? Ellie, I don't know if that came back or not, but let me know if it did. Can we call you that name? Can we call you by that? Everybody's calling you that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Actually.
Do you go by that?
Yeah, that's great.
People care. So that's what that's all about. Okay, Ellie, thank you very much. So we might have some help with the van. I really appreciate that, you guys, because I've got a pretty busy week. So, Cliff, you can't find. Is this right? Is this? Oh, did you find it, Ellie? Ellie found it. GIRL, not Q. No, Ellie's got the link in there.
Okay, well, yay for
Yeah.
Ellie.
Some people just like to follow. DMA, my friend here, he says he's the 6th subscriber. So people are subbing to your channel is what's going on right now. That's why we like to know what your YouTube channel is, because when you get subs, you can do live streams like what I'm doing, and you just get more followers. So, yeah, see all these people are saying they just subbed. Soy. Okay, so what else do we have to say about that?
Glad you're able to find it.
Oh, look, somebody already's watching. They said your voice is great.
Jeez.
Somebody said it's been 7 months since you posted. Has it been
I
a while?
know. I know. I know.
Well, now you might have to post because you got some new followers. Yep. Here's our friend Aurora Transparency. She subbed and commented. Here's your 10th sub. Okay.
A lot more
Right
famous.
here. We love you. We care 100%.
Thank you.
Subbed.
I'm a lot more famous on TikTok, that's for sure.
Oh, you have more followers on TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, it was the kind of thing where, you know, in a day, I just posted, like, I don't know, maybe, 50, 70 videos, and every one of them is, like, over, like, a few hundred views or something at this point.
Text me
But it was
text
the
me your
last-
TikTok. I want to.
It's the same, it's Girl Who Roams, but it's been a while
okay.
since I've checked, so
Yeah.
who knows how big it is now.
You might want to do that.
It was like some Justin Bieber story or something. People just kept watching.
Yeah, and right here, like Phyllis says, the more subs you get, YouTube pays. So you can earn money on YouTube with your content. Did you know that?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
trying to get into the
Right.
Patreon and the algorithm and all these things.
Okay.
How this works.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, you guys. Well, we're going to go get checked in. So she's got a safe place for a week. We're going to continue to work on these things with your support and hopefully get her on a track outside of criminalization. And yeah, good things. Hopefully, right?
Yes.
We'll make good things happen.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Ellie. Appreciate you very, very much. Bye, guys.